to be theirs for sure, as he does get a team kill, unfortunately, there. And he does collect onto it. The team is going to be spawning out, and unfortunately, Gingy going to collect onto Frogger there for that trade-out kill. But his team's going to be in Hill, as that's another 3 dead. Can they get...
Having the gun skill. They have everything they need in their arsenal to get greased up in greatness here, as they are just peppering them in perfection, with now hitting 30 kills for Frogger, 7 streaking, over a minute on Hill, and on this that no one's gonna peek it. They have the advantage. Oh man, with the kick too.
But nothing gets taken care of. His teammate does take care of one, and there's Teddy Roosevelt for another one. Omega, they need to try to break into this hill as fast as possible. Right now, the kill in for the side of Ball Omega, make it 4 dead, as Revan starts to turn up with this gun in hand. NPC looking good for him right now, as he starts to burn again. That's going to be another 3 dead. Make it all dead again, as it is Cabal Omega taking an early lead into one in the front. Only one left up on into the hill. That's going to get collected onto. Make it all 4 dead again. Breaking from the front of the hill and put the spawns out for their side. Revan in this, controlling the pace of play. Look, we said this at the beginning of the map, and he is doing exactly what we were saying. They look like the better 3. Rotations right now favoring the side of the Ink Black, but they have to hold a very, very hard hill in this there to help him into this play. The Chow, he knows, is going to be on from this backside to collect. And again, a very, 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 very fast-paced map
for the side of Vortex, but the kills are going in favor of the boys of GsPackB. But one final push here in the back line for the side of Vortex.
Kryn!
Oh, Kryn with a 2, Kryn with a 3. Kryn needing the 4th, but he...
Kryn was giving it to us there and giving it to them as well.
Give me a sniper, Voltec. Let's see. Aww. Alright, it's gonna be Kryn though, the first blood going in favor of the boys of Voltec. Voltec, you know, with that, you know, MVP showing in map number 1, trying to show that he is.
And Holy Fighter pushing up this cat over here, top cap, and another shot. Thorium unable to do anything other than just jump for joy, as his death is secured. And 1v2, Seb picking up Voltic. Hell putting down some shots. 1 versus 1, 27 seconds left in this 1 versus 1. Seb slowing down the pace, just chilling back over here. He'll catch him off guard. He does, but it's not enough. Holy Fighter with the holy halo gets the frag win there and the bomb defusal, putting his team up by 5 right now. Oh my goodness gracious.
2 potentially on the 3rd here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another wonderful evening of Call of Duty. Happy New Year's to you out there. We are joined, of course, well, let me introduce myself first. Myself, the real Invictus, aka Nick, and I am joined with the gaming chef, cooking up some plays tonight. Chef, talk to me about these 2 teams tonight.
Yeah, so we got Sacred Gaming versus GsPackB. Looking at the stats, it's a little rough for GsPackB. They're sitting at a 0-3 with a 1-9 map count, and Sacred Gaming is at a 1-2 with a 5-6 map count. So they're about right down the middle on maps, and they unfortunately did lose that. So they're at 1-2. They do have a chance at the playoffs. Looking at the bracket for them, it is the GsPackB pool, named after them because they are a sponsor of the stream, along with Verify and Omana. So shout out to them for getting this out there for you guys to watch. But in the pool, just give it a quick rundown. We got Vortex Purple, No Safe Zone, Syndicate, 13, Sacred Gaming, Exos Menaces, and GsPackB in that order. So Sacred Gaming really needs a win tonight. If they win and Syndicate 13 loses, they're going to move up to 3rd place due to their maps. So be a very interesting game for them tonight. GsPackB is kind of fighting for last place here with Exos Menaces at the same exact score set. So see if they can pull themselves out of the 6th place. We got a lot of teams in the league and a lot of great players and a lot of crazy things to look out for. And overall, through all 78 teams signed up, GsPackB is currently 75th. Yikes. And Sacred Gaming is 49th. Again, right in the middle of the pack. So hopefully, they can move themselves up here. But, beating the 75th team, it'd be interesting, how much that actually moves them up. So really just looking for the localized GsPackB pool teams. So talk to us about tonight and what we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, so we talk about the map set as always. We talk about this one tonight, and it's a lot of the same thing, to be honest with you. We start on a Din hardpoint, then we go to raid, and then it's all the same maps pretty much. Din, Scar, Scar. So we have a complete, bang out on a lot of the same maps. We're going to see how these teams play on these close quarter engagements maps like Din and Scar, and then we're going to see the finesse maybe on that map number 2. Seeing the old school plays come out on a raid is very interesting to me because they've been a staple in Call of Duty. That map has been around since, Black Ops 2. So, the plays have pretty much stayed the same. We're going to see a lot of, the same executes. That play right through mid is a huge one with the smokes, dueled up, going to that B site. So, I really look at that map to be a circle one for me. Maybe GsPack can, throw in a little bit of, Hail Mary plays back and forth, and it works for them. But we really have to, again, question, the GsPack side. They have, only one map. It's one of those things that is like, what's our respawn looking like? We need to try to figure out that first before we, worry about S&D right now, because we have won S&Ds before. So let's try to pick up this first map and, show them that we are not afraid of these close quarter maps, these close engagement maps, high engagement maps as well, like we're going to see on map number 1.
Yeah, what I'm also interested in, it might be another downside for GsPackB here, but they're playing with a substitute today. And their game is starting a little later as it's 20 minutes past its start time. It was agreed by the other team, so they weren't, holding them back or anything. It was established about, an hour ago that they were going to be late, and it was okay with everyone. But they were going to be down 2 people. So I'm not sure if that person ended up making it or if it's going to be a substitute. It looks like most of the players are loaded in, and we're getting ready to start this one up. So as soon as this one gets ticking down, I'm ready for some Den Hardpoint. And it'd be interesting to see with the substitutes. You always look for, your strats. Are you practiced enough for that player to be down? Like, can you slot them in somewhere? Is the rest of your teammates, are they willing to kind of pick up a little extra slack? But I've also seen these substitutes come in and they're able to just really take control of the situation and kind of be that leading force that the team needs. You come in with only one map. I've seen it both ways. When you're ranked 75th out of 78th, maybe a substitute's a good thing if the full team isn't what's getting you there. I'm not sure if they were substituted every game that they played so far, being 0-3, but we'll see what they do up tonight.
Interesting, always playing with a sub. You either fry or you get fried. No in between, to be honest with you. When you have a sub playing for you, you either have plays that you've already implemented with the sub, whether it be, your 5th man or something like that you have in rotation as well, maybe playing some scrims. We'll see if that is the case here for GsPackB. But realistically, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens when we open up on map number 1. This is really where a lot of questions are going to be raised for me.
All right, let's cook it up. We are heading off to P1 on both sides. As you see, Crash Out gonna be on the hill with the side of Sacred Gaming. Gonna be starting this one off as they are just keeping them away. They're just kind of filtering in from the center of the map. GsPack has to try and get over once these P2 positions. So do see Corpse working his way over to the side, and no one really coming out, but here we go. Everyone going onto the hill as it's a complete swap. Are they going to be able to bully them out? A little bit of score here as we hit 20 seconds left. They can tie this up as we get into this P2.
The rotations already going in for Sacred Gaming. They're just controlling the pace of the game for now, and that's really what you expect from a team that is going to be ranked higher than the team they're going against. They do have to take care of one in the back right now. Zess looking to try to make the play, but his teammate goes ahead and takes care of it. Now we all look front into this side, and that's going to be a 3 dead here. You have to fight it out if you're GsPackB. Only one player left up. Can you find the kill? Can you get anything done here? And you can't. And now it's it's all the side of Sacred Gaming holding the hill.
Yeah, this P2 is going to be pretty big here because GsPack is already behind the gun here by 40 points. Not where they want to be. Good takeover there. He's now going to have to connect these shots. His corpse is going to collapse in here, and the rest of his team will be right there to fill it in. He does win that gunfight. It's going to leave Zeb by himself as he gets taken out, but the rest of his team able to fill in. No one in that anchor spot. So there's going to be bodies on top of bodies as we're 20 seconds left. Rotations are going to start coming in as a play, and we see Zess already working his way towards that P3.
Yeah, and this really, the rotational battles are being won consistently right now by Sacred Gaming, and they're already winning them over to the next hill as Zess hits an absolute peach of a shot there into the middle map. He knows more players could be here, though from the side of GsPack, his teammates, they'll spot him out and crash out, able to take care of 2 there, as the kills are still flowing for Sacred. They just continue the flow for their side, and they understand where everyone's coming from the side of GsPack. There's not really, a flank route being hit from the side of GsPack. They're all just flowing through the middle. They're just guns up. You know what to do. Just gun them down. And as I say that, GsPack going to be able to break on into the hill and collect on a 3 dead. And they're able to get a little bit of time, maybe pushing out a little bit too much here as the middle of the map is now in question. And it's taken back over by Sacred there very quickly. Just, the side of GsPack not knowing and understanding the spawns there for a second, unfortunately.
Yeah, I like how you said, they took it over, they pushed up, but just pushed up a little too far. Didn't have spawn control, and they just pushed right through the middle of the map. Middle of the map's a bit of a dead man zone if someone's watching it, but they were not watching it. They were just tucked in behind and pushed up way too far. Here we go, on to the next hill. I'm liking the positions, but they gotta have the gun skill to hold it. And they're going 4 strong pushing in as one does fall here as they're sneaking in through the side. Stand-up Rosa is going to have to connect something here. Not going to happen as Crash Out's just going to gatekeep that doorway with his shots coming out. Trophies down. Very important there. Make sure you get those trophies on those hard points. A lot of teams forget how important that is, and we saw that come into a factor. We get into a little bit of a 50-50 battle, but we got Zess on a double and Ali on another kill there as they take it. Thorium almost falls off the map. 3 and 11 with only 4 seconds on the hill. Guy hasn't been doing too much this game. Got to pick it up as they're over 100-point deficit right now. Looking at the kills, Crash Out was on a 5 streak before, 11-7, 13-5, 10-7. Looking real good. Over a minute on hill for Alyosha on the site. Liking this one a lot as we get a fresh set of hills. And we already got stand-up Rosa standing up on P1. See if they can hold it.
That's really the question right now. The breaking potential for the side of Sacred Gaming has just been too good right now. But Stand Up Rosa able to collect on to the first kills. He's knowing that the spawns are going to be wonky here as his teammates are spread across the map as Crash Out collects onto the one into the middle of the map, and his teammates now collect onto more as Seabass able to collect onto 1, 2. Now trades going everywhere onto this P1. A little bit more jostling for position is really what this P1 is about. And you can see the side of Sacred Gaming really holding that P2 down, just holding this hill from the front, not allowing the side of GsPackB to get in or at all, or even a sniff at this hill. They can't even walk out of the front side of mid right now.
Yeah, they kind of got him right where they want him here. 175-43, quite a rough score. They have P2. See what Seb can get on this push. Crash Out finding a kill. Not going to let him get in there, but Rusty finds someone. He gets taken out. The trades are right there. Anything that GsPackB finds gets immediately traded, and Sacred Gaming just finds even more. They have the positions. They have the knowledge. But here we go, coming out the back. Stand Up Rosa here with some help. Gonna push on the stairs. Stairs is gonna go huge here. Alyosha looking for 3 off the hill. Nowhere in any of those fights did they have the upper hand in the fight, but they won all of them there. Corpse, they're gonna finish it up, trading everyone out. One more push coming through. They don't have those bottom spawns, so they're gonna have to meet Braun with Braun here. No trophy systems down, no nades coming through. Pistol coming out, that's not gonna do it. 2 on the hill, looking at the score, 210-48. Very rough. This P2 got to be a miracle. Or 3.
Yeah, P3 has to be a miracle if you're the side of GsPack, but we just, you put it perfectly. It's like they're playing with an extra guy the side of Sacred Gaming right now. They're just playing, in complete flow state, allowing the trades to go out when they need to. And when they break the hill, it's just they win the last fight every time. But as I say that, the side of GsPack is able to break into the hill, middle map fight gonna be coming down, and now the side of Sacred Gaming in the side of the spawn trap. That is not favorable here for P3. But again, they break in early to try to make a play at it. Crash Out now left up by himself on this side. Mid play coming in from Sacred as well. You can see that play happening. Crash Out spawns in front of two there, slides, and then again, just trades go in favor of the side of Sacred Gaming, and it works out for you.
And looking at the score set, over on the side of Sacred Gaming, very smooth throughout. You got your heavy hitters, you got your people on the hill. Looking over the side on GsPackB, it's hard to tell, who's doing what. Seb got the kills, got the KD. You're looking at the hill time, their whole team only got 71 points right now, so you can't really judge them by that. And looking at Thorium, 9 and 23, 25 seconds on hill. Not doing much for the team on this one. I'm not sure what the starting team was, but I can only assume that is the substitute for tonight, or the person that just had to rush and was sitting in with family for a little bit and couldn't get to his PC in time. But rough, you can tell his head's not really in it right now, so hopefully this next map he can turn it around. But this one's not over yet. There's still 11 score to go.
Yeah, and they're still trying to fight for the hill here, but the kills around the hill retroactively have pretty much closed this thing out for the side of Sacred Gaming, and that last one definitely going to be able to do it, as Sacred Gaming take Din Hardpoint map number 1 in dominating fashion, 250 to 91.
Jeez, keeping them away from 100 points, that really sends a message, not just on the score set, but mentally. You're going into S&D raid, and, if you get outskilled on, a brand new Black Ops 7 map, and then you're going to have to go against them on a map that's been in multiple Call of Duties for multiple years against a skilled team that's fully, tier 1 rostered tonight, that does not look good for them. But, it's S&D. It comes down to an individual factor as well. Hardpoint's very much teamwork dependent. But, maybe on S&D, I'm looking at Thorium to really step it up on this one.
Yeah, Thorium had a definite rough map number 1. It's just some of those things, like you said, maybe they're not fully locked in quite yet. We've seen maps where we've had teams, come into the series a little bit cold and then bring it back and win, a couple maps and then take us to full 5. But right now, it's looking like a dominant fashion for the side of Sacred Gaming, unfortunately. If you're a GsPack fan in the chat tonight, I do apologize. It is not looking good for them right now.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it even on both sides. I'm not gonna dog on them the whole time, but we'll see what S&D does. We'll see what S&D does, and that'll really tell us how Overload's gonna go as well. Because they're going right back to Den for sure. If we could get a map 4, map 5, it's gonna be Scar both times, but we'll see. The players get loaded in and try to get ready for this map 2. But until then, I think we'll take a little break.
But nothing gets taken care of. His teammate does take care of one, and there's Teddy Roosevelt for another one. Omega, they need to try to break into this hill as fast as possible. Right now, the kill in for the side of Ball Omega, make it 4 dead as Revan starts to turn up with this gun in hand. NPC looking good for him right now as he starts to burn again. That's going to be another 3 dead. Make it all dead again, as it is Cabal Omega taking an early lead into 1 in the front. Only 1 left up on into the hill. That's going to get collected onto. Make it all 4 dead again. Breaking from the front of the hill and put the spawns out for their side. Revan in this, controlling the pace of play. Look, we said this at the beginning of the map, and he is doing exactly what we were saying. They look like the better 3. Rotations right now favoring the side of the Ink Black, but they have to hold a very, very hard hill. And this there to help him into this play. The Chow, he knows, is going to be on from this backside to collect. And again, a very, 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 very fast-paced map
for the side of Vortex, but the kills are going in favor of the boys of GsPack. But one final push here in the back line to the side of Vortex.
Kryn!
Oh, Kryn with a 2, Kryn with a 3.
Kryn!
Needed the 4th, but he...
Kryn was giving it to us there and giving it to them as well.
Give me a sniper, Voltic. Let's see. Alright, it's gonna be Kryn though, the first blood going in favor of the boys of Voltic. Voltic, you know, with that, you know, MVP showing in map number 1, trying to show that he's...
And Holy Fighter pushing up this cat over here, top half, and another shot. Thorium unable to do anything other than just jump for joy as his death is secured. And 1v2, Seb picking up Voltic, Hell, putting down some shots. 1 versus 1, 27 seconds left in this 1 versus 1. Seb slowing down the pace, just chilling back over here. He's catching him off guard. He does, but it's not enough. Holy Fighter with the Holy Halo gets the frag win there and the bomb defusal, putting his team up by 5 right now. Oh my goodness gracious.
2 potentially on the 3rd here, but the EMP is going to be in Kryn's hands. You know, Kryn with the pistol, I feel like he's shooting better than he was with the regular gun. So, but Kryn,
31 and 21.
Does take down a second, oh no, the goal line stopped that map number 1, but it is GsPack trying to force that map number 5, pushing us to a potential...
But that's pretty much where the center comes through for rotations, but I'm just not a fan of how the center of the here on this push, see if he can hold it for his team. Shots coming through, he probably saw his leg and still wins it with half his health up and trades as everyone's pretty even up. Push right through the front door. It's not going to happen. A bit of a side door action. Gingy going to push off to a fresh mag here. Catch another one off to the side. Jumps off the map and still finishes him off. That is almost a full 60 now.
Through and not really be able to control any of this kill time. And you can see every kill knocks those players back further.
This is a really hard one to defend. There's a lot of angles you can come through. But they do have a little bit of a hold here. You have to win your gunnies, and that's a 4-2
rotation. We'll see what this team can do to keep themselves.
All right, gamers, we are ready to cook it up. We are round 2. GsPackB just got 250 to 91 on the first map. Yikes, kind of got cooked. But they're playing with 2 substitutions, both Rusty and stand-up Rosa. We're subbing in 4 players, but looks like they're changing one of them out for a regular player they're waiting on. So hopefully they could cook it up a little better. You know, maybe they should have swapped out Thorium. That's who knows, you know. But we are on S&D raid with snipers. I saw some snipers out there. Let's cook it up.
Yeah, we open up the round just in, you know, a default play to one of these sites. First blood gonna go the way of Sacred Gaming early. Alyosha able to get into that play as they are able to make a kill onto it, and Bomb's gonna be able to go down. Thorium able to collect the kill as well with the sniper, maybe playing a little more intensely from that hardpoint map as another kill goes the way of Sacred Gaming, now left in a 3v2.
You see Rusty got swapped out for PTSD there. They are allowed 1 live swap. So they used up that one already. So they are locked in for the map. Love Thorium getting that blood. He's the only one with a kill here. It'll be hard to get that sniper kill. It'll be even harder to get the pistol kill if he's not looking on statue. But he's going to fall out here to a 1v3. Not going to happen. And no, they lost the first map, lost the first round. Yeah, honestly, the main thing I see, whoever wins map 1 usually loses the first round for S&D, but that could be the first time for this game that I saw that not happen. Ooh, through the wall, yikes.
Sacred take map 1, they win the map round 1 too. We head into S&D. We'll see if they can continue their offensive prowess in the next round, but now we head on to GsPackB's offensive round. Can they play with the prowess as well of the other side? You got kills already piling up. Not really sure the play that we're trying to make here. As Bomb was not picked up. PTSD gonna be able to get 1. Nade kill comes in though. That's 2 dead now for the side of GsPack as Alyosha connects on the sniper with the nade. Now they are going to be making another play into the back of the map. 3-0 start for Alyosha. stand up Rosa in a 1v1.
Geez, tagging him out the back of garage. Love the corner peek here from Alyosha as they get away from the shots there. Rosa knew exactly where they were. Closing in. Bomb is not down, so Rosa has to pick this one up. They're right next to each other. Whisper so they don't hear us. Rosa is going to get away from it. And we see Alyosha still waiting back there in garage. That's going to leave them a lot of time to get this bomb down. Like to see a B push. Not sure where Alyosha's gonna go. Just kind of sitting there. It's not where I'd want to sit to rotate to either bomb site. You kind of want to push up a little bit because you see them start to do that. Bomb does go down. We're going to see a proper 1v1 here. Alyosha on the 3-0 right now. That's really big. Go back to that thorium. Trying to get that super jump kill. First time we see that in raid. Going for that cheap snipe off the top, and it didn't work. Ooh, shots both ways as he trades. Just get away from it. Beautiful push. Alyosha wasting no time. Knows that they're going to go for the reload, go for the heal. The momentum of the shots that come in through Sacred Gaming is intense. Alyosha does not let anything slip past their fingers. If the shots come down, they're coming to finish it. You better believe it. They're 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful play there from Alyosha. That whole sequence from them with the nade kill as well, then, playing it all the way through into the back garage. Very, very good execution as we head on into the next round. They're back onto offense. We'll see if this side of Sacred Gaming continues to push out this lead or if this can be the first round for the side of GsPack. Opening up kills now, middle of the map.
Yep. I'm going to say bomb was circling around, but it looks like they just fall back. No one down yet, but here we go. Alyosha again with the momentum coming through. Shot comes down. Love how they back off after they get shot too. Call comes in from the teammate. Jumps right over them. Oh my God. Seb took no shots there and just decides to die instead. Like, Seb definitely could have walked away with at least one kill there. What was going on with that?
Now you see Thorium in the clutch of his life. 1v4 situation. He's made it a 1v3, a little bit more manageable, but he's got to try to take these 1v1 fights as 1v1s right here. Can't win the second one, unfortunately, and that's another round win here for the side of Sacred Gaming as they go 3-0 up, looking very dominant in map number 2.
Yeah, I love Zess's spot here. Thorium has the advantage and still lost that fight. That's a yikes. But, 1v4 situation, he did his job. He got his one kill. I'm not blaming him for this one. It's honestly just a team effort. They're just not doing it. And Crash Out's giving him a lot of opportunities being 0-3. But look at that 5 streak. Alyosha, the momentum, honestly, like I can't stop saying it about this player, is insane. Like any kind of hit marker, they're following up with it. The teammates are collapsing in. It's like a tracer bullets coming out of those guns because the teams just hawk in and get on it. And Seb's gonna get taken out here again. They're pre-nading this spot and they keep falling for it. They got bombed down now. 2v3 or 2v4. 1. Like Alyosha again, not letting this one slip by. Oh, the accuracy, the violence.
Absolute violence. I don't know, Chef, if you've ever played a game called Splitgate, but Alyosha running it down looks like someone running it down in Splitgate. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, like you just pop through a portal like every single time.
Yes.
Got insane map knowledge.
Yeah, it's wild.
I love to see it though. It's good content.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Going crazy in map number 2. Alyosha 6-0 on a 6 streak, trying to get that streak fully out for their team as they want it for the next round to, just solidify that 6-0 if they can do it on this one. We'll see if they can. Middle of the map play coming in now. This is a very, very good play from Alyosha as the first pick does happen for Crash Out with the sniper in hand. And now they play back tree.
Oh,
Thorium chowed by 3 there, unfortunately. This is now left up.
Man, and we just saw that just in time for Thorium to look really terrible on stream. A lot of bodies in front of you. I know it's hard to pick one and finish the job, but just missing a lot of shots there. Straight through the middle of the map. The steel balls on that play is insane. No pre-nade, no nothing. Teammate was checking in on him, but just straight through. They have complete confidence in the greatness of how greased up they are. Seriously amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, they just like perfectly like waved right through the defensive sign on that one too. It was wild. They just read them perfectly, weaved right through it. And now Alyosha has that streak on the back pocket as well. So look for that to maybe be played here on the last round as they try to solidify this 6-0. As Sacred Gaming is going to get information out. Nade doesn't connect onto the kill, but they do know where these players are now. Expect that streak to come out here, and it does.
Yeah, they're all in that building. Thorium a little late on the trophy system. Call comes through, and Thorium eats it. Oh, man, remember when trophy systems used to stop Hellstorms? Zest going to take PTSD out here. 1-6, 1-6, 2-6, 1-5. Oh, it's so dirty. Zest on the 7 streak of their own. And it's rough here. Seb is in a good spot here to possibly catch Alyosha. Crash out with the sniper, just going for 360 no scopes. Seb, I don't know, just gave up, I guess. Wow, 6-0. That was a little embarrassing.
It is unfortunate for the side of GsPackB. Unfortunately, can't win it. Yeah, GG's. I mean, I mean, it's unfortunate right now. I'm not even trying to be mean, man. It's just unfortunate. Like, you know, you have a sub, then you have 2 subs. It's hard to do, man. It's a very hard thing to do for sure.
100%. And you know, the first thing is, right, like you may be 75th out of 78, but think of, you know, the other 100+ teams that, you know, applied and, you know, didn't get in or didn't have their team together, didn't have anyone, or they didn't feel like they were good enough. Like the first win is signing up, right? But that's all. That's just PR for you know, they did not do good this game at all in their sponsor. But you know, much respect to them for coming out. You know, they pushed the game late to make sure that, you know, they could still be played. So good on Sacred Gaming for not being like, no, this is the time we got to start. You know, it's a forfeit after 15 minutes or whatever. So, you know, good on everyone. They kept host as well. So the next game starts up quick. So much respect to all the players for that, as well as production tonight. We got Dre on the mixer for us. Love him getting this set up. So shout out to him. But map 3, Overload Den. Let's see how long it lasts.
I expect to see a lot of the same thing we saw in map 1. I mean, it's a respawn game mode with strategical playing. So think of the last 2 maps we saw. What's going to happen? Yeah, no offense, just what's going to happen?
Well, let's take a little break, let the players recoup a little bit, and we'll load up this map 3 for you.
But nothing gets taken care of. His teammate does take care of one, and there's Teddy Roosevelt for another one. Omega, they need to try to break into this hill as fast as possible. Right now, the kill in for the side of Ball. Omega make it 4 dead as Revan starts to turn up with this gun in hand. NPC looking good for him right now as he starts to burn again. That's going to be another 3 dead. Make it all dead again, as it is Cabal Omega taking an early lead into 1 in the front. Only 1 left up on into the hill. That's going to get collected onto. Make it all 4 dead again. Breaking from the front of the hill and put the spawns out for their side. Revan in this, controlling the pace of play. Look, we said this at the beginning of the map, and he is doing exactly what we were saying. They look like the better 3. Rotations right now favoring the side of the Ink Black, but they have to hold a very, very hard hill in this there to help him into this play. The Chow, he knows, is going to be from this backside to collect. And again, a very, 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 very fast-paced map
for the side of Vortex, but the killers are going in favor of the boys of GsPack. But one final push here in the back line for the side of Vortex.
Kryn!
Oh, Kryn with a 2, Kryn with a 3. Kryn needed the 4th, but he...
Kryn was giving it to us there and giving it to them as well.
Give me a sniper, Voltic. Let's see. Alright, it's going to be Kryn, though, the first blood going in favor of the boys of Voltic. Voltic, you know, with that, you know, MVP showing in map number 1, trying to show.
Yo, we are back, chat. Welcome on in to another one. We're in overload on Din. Man, I don't know what to expect here, honestly, guys. We're just hoping for a good match. Let's just say it that way. We're hoping for a good match, right, Chef?
Yeah, just want them to last a little bit. You know, at least get a few scores. You know, kills on their team last game. It was just 2, but he did redeem himself, I guess, right? I mean,
He did redeem himself.
All right, so maybe this is where it all comes back. PTSD is in, and hopefully they're a respawn player. Because Rusty didn't do too bad to start off. Did get replaced with the star player, so let's see how it goes. Ooh, not a good start. Good start.
And you know, as you say that, I mean, Chef, it just absolutely, they knock him 3 dead down, and they have the point already pushed up into top window as well. PTSD needs to try to play a little bit back here and have a blocker in, and unfortunately he gets taken care of, and now that's a 3 dead for the side of Sacred Gaming, as they do now have blockers in, and they're going to be able to push up a little bit better here with those, you know, ARs and SMGs, not just the pistol in hand, as the point does get reset here. That Thorium with a big 3-piece on this outer site, and he's able to pick that up as well. Having players here to block a little bit, as a pistol kill gets connected as well. More kills can't get connected to, though, as Zest gets 3 again. Just 3 for 3 back and forth for both of these teams right now.
Yeah, it must feel real good. You get that 3-piece, grab the pistol, get another kill, but you get 3-pieced right back. Not a good spot. Hopefully Thorium waits for his teammates here. There we go. Yep, shoulder the window. You know, you gotta let those blockers push up, but the teammates are falling. PTSD catches a double. Seb catches a double. That's enough for a capture for the first time tonight. We got GsPackB in the lead. We got ourselves a game.
Yeah, and they're ready to secure again, maybe chain this as well, but they need that middle chow from Red, and they're going to be able to score off of it as PTSD just falls off the map there too. And again, another score on in. Now 2-0 up, leading this map off the rip here is the side of GsPack.
Looking at the other side, though, they have the position. The blocker falls. He's completely surrounded. Not going to be able to get away from this one unless Alyosha catches that kill. It's not going to be easy. No, Seb's going to keep it. And look at the positions. Crash Out is the only one that can stop this one. Does slow it down as now the teammates are able to fall back in. Oh, the momentum gets slowed down there. Seb's had it. Teammate right behind just going to go for the slide and catches it. 3-0 off the start. We got a completely different team here. PTSD leading, almost leading it here, 7-5. Honestly, pretty even. Stand Up Rosa a little bit slacking, but that's all right. Looking at the overloads, everyone capped except Rosa. It's going to be their turn next as the takeout order is placed in the middle of the map where they have to deliver it. This could go either way, and it's looking like Sacred Gaming has the positioning, has the kills. There we go. The pickup's going to come through. Catches the kill. Alyosha, if they are the one leading it, they're going to get it there. Because now they're going to break off to the side. Stand Up Rosa gets the spawn, and they don't get the capture. They're going to trade it out. Do they run it straight up through here? Be interested. No one up to lead it. They're going to get surrounded here. Rosa, pretty rough spot there. Would like to see that circle back into their teammates for defense. Zest going to catch a double. We on the back of these kills. Going to have to read a B push here, but they're just going to manual labor it right in through A. Going to clear it. Shot's going to come through. It's not enough. First point on the board for Sacred Gaming.
And Sacred Gaming, you know, that took them a while to actually score. You're looking to probably try to close this half out a little bit of a better, a better witness. There's going to be 3 kills, though, for the side of GS. And then, again, the stills are just, going back and forth as we've talked about it so far. Really, the side of GS need to try to figure this out a little bit more, control the pace, not allow them to get into their spawns. And as I say that, the kills go their way. Thorium looking for another one, and he cannot get it. That's going to be a 2 pickup now for the side of Sacred Gaming, and they're running it back. But PTSD there to pick up the kill, and he's going to get traded out early again. Corpse now on the outside, close to the scoring potential. The position is very unknown here if you're the side of GsPack. And again, Alyosha just cutting through the map, not allowing you guys to get much done as Zest is in the front of your map again. Now he has capture zone on his back. Can he collect anything here? His teammate able to get the kill, but he's going to get traded out quick as Crash Out Gonna be able to collect back onto it. Still inside of this GsPack zone right now. They need to try to get this out of their 50-yard line or let this just go to half for now. And they're gonna be able to try to reset the zone right now and just elect to try to make this go half, but he jumps out and takes it with him. And unfortunately, the side of Sacred Gaming look to try to capture this one and make the lead a little bit less, and they're gonna do so with about 10 seconds left on the clock. Can GsPack try to get back into the zone and maybe try to push the overtime score here?
Yeah.
But it is going to be Sacred Gaming there first, as overtime is going to be enacted, and that's going to be the half here, favoring the side of GsPack for the first time in map number 3.
Yeah, thought it would be a quick one, and we got a game. We got a game. Overload on Den. Who would have guessed? And if GsPack's able to pull out a victory here, that's going to lead us to Scar. But Hardpoint and S&D, not good game modes for this team so far. Yeah. But, you get the Overload, at least get that map on there. They've only won one map. Not one game, one map the entire season so far. So they could double their win rate right now.
Yeah, definitely so. As we head on into it, it is going to be the side of GsPack on the opposite side now as we switch on over to Has, but the middle of the map still going to be the play as GsPack collect onto 3 early, as they're going to be able to try to capture this point here into the middle of the map. They're headed on into this site, but they do not read the rotation from the back. One of them, the players in the top window, and Crash Out making plays here in the spawn. You have to get clear this guy as Alyosha. Thorium making huge plays right now. Can't get it done though, unfortunately, as he is looking to pop off in map number 4.
And Crash Out's still standing there as well. Has not moved. Crash Out still, they don't care. He's going to have to hop out and just find kills because he's just standing there pushing these spawns back. And good thing he does. Look at that. That's a 2-piece right off the back as he tries to clear out this middle of the map. What I'm not seeing from either of these teams is capitalizing on these kills. It's like they're forgetting there's a respawn timer. And push up your guys. Get those spawns away from where you're trying to capture. Because the game's just going to respawn your teammates right behind the hill you're facing towards. And they know 100% of the time where you are and what your intentions are once you pick up that takeout order. So, we got it sitting at the middle of the map. Could go either way. Score set, 3-2 sitting on the favor of GsPackB, but it's just 1 point away. We're on the second round here. So if Sacred Gaming gets the capture, it goes into my favorite overtime where we pretty much play S&D. And no one wants to pick up, the takeout order because it's pretty much a death sentence. So let's see if we can get that. We got over 3 minutes on the clock, though, and Crash Out is holding it, but it's going to be a full 4 against 3, which means they're probably not going to get it here.
And right now, the side of Sacred Gaming just looking a little bit weaker in the mode. Unfortunately, fall-off map from that player there on your screen. Unfortunately, Corpse able to get 3 as he collects onto that player falling off the map as well. Respawns are in. You need about a 2.5 for them to try to get the wipes out. And again, it's Thorium coming in clutch on the point to not allow them to get this capture zone any closer.
Thorium with a huge comeback from our first map to, a little bit on map 2 and map 3. Huge plays, doubles and triples, literally building brick walls in front of them when the capture was right in front of the point, rotating it around. Rosa getting 2 kills with the pistol. Insane. Somehow the game spawned everyone on A. That's really going to open it up here. Not sure about that. Look at that. So close. It's still right there. They can't go for the dive just yet. Oh, they went for it. Right off of it. Alyosha going to pick it up just as it was done to them just a little bit away. Here we go. B push up 3 blockers as long as they can get the speed and get away from Seb. Gonna double back. No, push up. Alyosha, though, does not let the kills slide behind them. That's going to cost them right there. I think they could have just went for it. A little bit of a slowdown. All 4 players together, but all 4 blocking. Going to be a battle of the beast to see which way this one goes.
Yeah, and I want to see the side of Sacred Gaming just try to elect and rotate this back maybe to the other side. They are going to know your rotation, but at the same time, you have a full defensive wall right now as Thorium collects another big 2-piece, but Zest still here with the objective on his back, pistol in hand, looking for more kills, waiting for his teammates to get on in on the blocking position right now, and he's going to be able to collect on another pistol kill. He does finally get taken care of by his teammate, unfortunately, as a capture zone enters the middle of the map. Back and forth kills have to happen here, and it's all purple right now, all favoring the side of GsPack as we closed in on the last little bit of time left in this one. You can see it's still not mathematically impossible for these teams to win this, but again, they need to try to get this in as soon as possible. And another defensive stand coming from Stand Up Rosa. Pistol in hand, no blocker here, but a back and forth kills do happen again. And it's a pinstripe kill feed with the last 20 dwindling away.
If Thorium had a huge kill there, there was no one else. If Thorium lost that fight, it was going to get walked right in. They're waiting for the pickup. I don't think it goes in overtime unless he's holding it. I think they have to be holding it. I've never been in this situation before. I think
I
it
don't
goes
think
in overtime. If
they just have. It doesn't.
No?
Because they're the winning team. It doesn't because they're the winning team.
Oh, the winning.
If
Right.
the
Okay. Fair,
losing team has it, then yeah, it goes into overtime.
There you go.
But Thorium,
GsPack.
37 and 19. Oh my good lord. Popping off map number 3. You saw him on this map number 1. He did not look like the same player as he goes huge for his side to clutch that one up.
Yeah, serious improvement throughout the night. 37 and 19. Great work, even at an overload on their back. So that's what we wanted to see from everyone.
Yeah.
Answering that one back. No scores in the second half, which is wild. 4 minutes straight with no captures really showed the strength of both teams on that round. Every player really doing their job. I think Alyosha got a little too confident and cocky in some of those plays.
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen a lot more spawn control. I think that's where the teams were kind of falling apart. And the momentum from the beginning of the game, GsPackB came out blazing. So good on them for that. But we're off to Scar 2 times in a row. But again, Sacred Gaming is still on match point, so they could lock it down with this hard point. And GsPackB didn't even catch 100 points on the first round. So let's see how it goes.
It's definitely going to be interesting. It's one of those things where can you now bounce back? You got to win on your back. You got the monkey off your back, the proverbial monkey off your back there. So let's see what can happen here in this one. Can you look alive in the respawn on Scar? Another kind of close engagement, close quarter, hills at least in that P1 and P2 and even P3. So expect to see maybe some, switch outs. We'll see a big P4 in this blue building that, is on these one side. So we'll see what happens. Rotations are going to be needed to be very huge. And we had a DIN map 1. Rotations are a little bit less on that map, not as far. So we'll see if the side of Sacred Gaming can keep up with those rotations like they did in map number 1.
Yeah, a lot more spread out map, a lot more classic Call of Duty, honestly, a lot of right angles, buildings, first floors, second floors. So it is a lot more to the map, a lot more skill involved. Not too many, wall bouncing craziness, but, some things to shoot through, some good trophy system placements. But from what I like to see where GsPackB is spawned here, if you keep that top control of the map, you really control almost every hill but one. And I'd like to see some of the teams really take control of that area.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do that and enact that on this one. But right now, it's Sacred in the hill first, as it is a clear out by Sebs there for a second. But 3 dead now for Sacred, as it is going to be GG's going to be able to collect onto it. Middle of the map playing coming from Alyosha. And again, this player is just going huge for their side tonight. Just making the plays when they need to happen, getting players off the hill and crash out back on it. Zess on it as well. Stand Up Rosa needing to have to make a play here for his side. 3-1, going 3-2 now as Corpse collects onto the middle of the map, looking to try to push this P2 side out.
Yeah, the teamwork really coming through here. Looking at this rotation, we got a fight between Crash Out and PTSD. PTSD wins that one. The rest of the team now going to collapse in and try to get in positions. I'm loving this defense setup here. They're full up on here pretty much once Rosa's going to spawn in right there because they got the spawn control. Zest going to have to push up through the middle as they try to pick this one apart. PTSD up top in a good God spot. It's another player now working up the steps. Going to have the corner on him. Good control. Look at this spot. PTSD on a 5 streak now. 6 streak going for that Hellstorm. Catches him. A spawn kill from the hill. Insane play. Teammate gets a team kill. Alyosha, not good on that. 1 and 4 for Zest.
Oh my God.
PTSD. Just locked in. 11 and 2. I didn't see if that was a Hellstorm in the pocket, but jeez, just single-handedly taking control of this.
Yeah, he's literally put his team on his back right now, as I do think he collects on that cruise missile as we head in for rotations to P4. Look for this to be, P3. Look for this airplane hill to be kind of a contested spot as we head on into this. A very, very fought-for spot for that P4 hill time. And again, it is going to be the side of GG's in first. Can they break, or is it not going to happen? As Stand Up Rosa collects onto it. They're still collecting onto this. This is a good time for them still. Crash Out's going to be playing into the middle. Crash Out going to be playing into the middle of the map. Back and forth as they collect finally onto the hill. Sacred going to be able to break. And now they have the hill time, only down about 30 points here as they look to try to continue to open up this map for themselves. Spawns have kind of flipped out as well. If you're the side of GG, it is not going your way.
Yeah, that hill, especially on P3, trophy system haven. Get that thing down. No, a lot of the players, they kind of throw the trophy when they get it. I'd like to see them, try and use that P3 as the spot because it's just nonstop stun and nades because there's no cover to try and get up to the hill, so they have to carve the way. Inside this building here, Thorium going to lock it down with his teammates. They have the spawns, but the collapse is coming. Let's see what they can do pushing through all the sides. Sebs and Rosa getting the kill. Rosa going to get traded out here as the teams are able to spawn pretty close because they're all just sitting inside this building. And that just means it's 50-50 gunfights all through. Thorium's trophy system actually catches a kill there. So there we go. Good on that. But they lose control of the hill. They're coming down the stairs, though. Rosa take a little bit of control here as no one has any kind of spawn logic. It is just get in there and try and find someone to shoot at. And it's looking to go all purple for the side of Sacred Gaming. Look at the score set, though. GsPack is in the lead, and that's something we haven't seen at all. And they have just passed the score that it took their entire map 1 to get to. So they're setting new records tonight.
Definitely so, as they hit, and they also have the lead for now. Zest in a 50-50 fight that does not go his way. You gotta win those in the back of the map. Thorium now up top green. He has full control of this side as he does get traded out. 1-for-1 fight going on as Corpse gets it to go their way as Sacred collects onto the hill time. Knowing these players are going to be spawning green, they do not have the better side, just holding this from the front for now. Trade out kill does happen. 2 dead now for the side of Sacred as they try to break on into the hill again. Here's Stand Up Rosa. Going to be able to collect, clearing out that trophy as well. Good kills from him and able to understand the plays as well as an 8 kill. Does get a team kill again. Alyosha being able to kill his teammates a little bit more in this one and not get the side kills that he needs to.
I'm looking, just at the arrows at the bottom left hand of the map, and the main thing I'm seeing is just purple arrows right through P3 in the complete open, just continuously getting wrecked. And GsPackB is just cooking through them. They're roasting them with the resilience that they've been having this entire last 2 maps. And that gave them an even stronger lead. We're back on P1. It goes both ways quite often. The teams know where they have to stand for P2, and I'm liking GsPackB's situation here, but look at Alyosha pushing through, but this player is not one to stick around. They are thirsty, as you see those 2 kills right into the call of the 3rd player. Of course, we can see through the map, and they can't. That was insane how they just rotated right into that top window. The call-outs from these teams have to be insane. And looking at Zest's score, 4-16, 17 seconds on hill, that's a score, Thorium-looking score from map 1. So we're really seeing a whole flip here.
We are seeing a whole flip. He's dropping Zuma numbers right now, ladies and gentlemen, as it is not going well for the side of Sacred Gaming in map 4. It just looks like the side of GsPack are the better team on this map. Maybe, you know, maybe Din's just not their hard point map, man. They head into this one and they are looking very, very good so far as their team is continuing to fry this man on your screen as he does get traded out. But PTSD is 19 and 9 as he 19 and 10 as he continues to fry. Corpse 20 and 17 on your screen as he's trying to make a flank play happen. But that's all 4 dead for the side of GsPack as they collect onto the kills. They're in the hill time. This is where PTSD went huge on the hill in the first rotations of things. Let's see if he can do something crazy again as he's trying to open up the kills. Still has that streak in the back pocket as well if he needs it. Trying to probably hold that for the P3 hill if they need it for the break, as again, the hill time does come back in for the side of GsPack, and they continue to fry, but the rotations are not looking good for them. You can see Sacred Gaming already having that rotational back a little down onto the plane side, and they go 3 dead if you're GsPack.
Yeah, this is where that Hellstorm needs to come in. I love how you say use it for P3. No cover, you know, that little bit of fuselage ain't going to do it. That Hellstorm's going to come in and clear it out. But they might not need it now as they all come up. Rosa with that nade kill. Trophies weren't down. They're just going to take control. There we go. Rosa going to get their trophy down. You don't want it to get shot, though. I wouldn't put it right there, but maybe it'll do some work. Their guns are just doing the work for them. Look at this. PTSD with 2 pistol kills, playing this like it's damn overload. Like, geez, like, use your AR. What are you doing? It's over and over. Seb getting the nade kill. They're just locking down this entire area. They can't get over. But Crash Out able to sneak in 2 kills, but it's still not going to be enough. Corp's going to get traded out. It's just trades after trades after trades, and GsPack is just on top of it the entire time. But the one rotation I can tell they're not going to have is this P4. They're already in the building. They're already getting set up.
Oh my God.
The hill's already over there. Maybe they can make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, this side right now is looking like a totally different team. If you look at the slaying differential for the side of GsPack right now, they are outslaying them. Outslaying everybody on the team right now, looking very good as they continue to fry, looking to close this one out on the P4 side, but they get broken, and now they have to make a fight happen. Alyosha able to take care of one from top window. He just hops out of it. Can't get the third to go his way. Trades are in for the side of GsPack, and they only have one left to deal with in the back of the map. That's Alyosha. This is a hard player to deal with. But again, you can do so, and so far, so good. Stand up Rosa. Everybody on this GsPack team having a great map so far.
Yeah, if they didn't contest that there, they could have won right then and there, and that's not where you want to be when you're down almost 100 points. Now, looking at this next one, PTSD is already there on the anchor. Again, Hellstorm in the pocket. P1's another good spot. You can use that. It's pretty huge to get where you need to. But they have the lock 10 points away, and it looks like they're going to get it if this final push through the open map again. They keep pushing through the open with no cover. It's not going to be enough, and that's going to do it. We are on a map 5. I did not
Yo, if you told me we were going
at all.
map 5 after the first 2, I would have laughed at your face. I'm not even lying.
I mean, I'm still laughing, you know. 250-91 and 6-0 is hilarious. And then
Yeah,
it's
it's crazy.
even funnier that they were able to come back from it. Like, are these
Yeah.
guys tired? And the other ones woke up? What is going on? Is PTSD just that good on the mic that he keeps reinforcing them? I mean,
Yeah,
this
I mean,
right here, this
in-game
best
leader of
play,
the year right now.
that best play you just saw on the map, I think that gave the entire team the confidence they needed to continue that entire domination.
No, I agree. Just a complete team domination from one side there. GsPack looking really good right now as we head to a map number 5. Map 5 alert. Get those sirens in there, ladies and gentlemen, because this could be an interesting one. We head back to the same map, different mode though, but you know, we saw a raid first, and you know, it just looked like the side of GsPack maybe, you know, haven't had very many scrims on that map. And maybe this was their map pick, and maybe they'll look a little bit better on it. We've said that the last couple times, and it has went through, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And players are in. I'm not sure if they're going to start up real quick, but we could cut it to a short break as everyone collects their thoughts. Refill your drinks, use the bathroom, because we're on a map 5, ladies and gentlemen,
We're
and
loading in.
S&D. I'm excited. Oh, they're loading in. They're loading in right now. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
They're keeping the momentum. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm ready. Let's
I
cook it
love it.
up.
I love it. Let's get it, chat. Chef, go ahead and hit the first round for us.
First round. I think first round is huge because GsPack is a momentum team. They had no momentum map 1. Literally not a single thing map 2. But big fat bagel on it. But, on that overload, they started off with 2 caps in a row. That gave them that momentum. We saw that hard point on the back of PTSD really shot it off, gave them that momentum. So we got to see how this one starts. They definitely have confidence after they just played Scar. Good hard point. But, are they getting marinated in that mayhem or are they about to get caramelized in the chaos? Let's see it happen. Map 1. Starting off. It is a 4 full push to A. It's a 2-2 split. A little bit of rotation. Able to happen. Crash out here. Pushing up. Everyone in the spots where they need to. PTSD getting traded off the nade. Corpse. Beautiful cook on that. Nice sear. Got the marks on it and everything right in the face. Crash out in a good spot. As we see stand up in a pretty rough spot, but doesn't circle around. Crash out though. Knows one's up top. Eating them right to the face. Crash out catching a kill. That leaves stand up roasted by themselves. Just toying with him with the sniper. That's the momentum that GsPack needed, but they didn't get it.
That snipe would have been crazy if it hit it. Just saying, chat. That would have been crazy.
I mean, we got a game though. We got a game. Two in a row. Two in a row.
Yeah. We got a game for sure here, ladies and gentlemen. So lock it on in. This is a interesting one. Playoff implications still in line maybe here for some of these teams. So, you're either in or you're out here if you win this one. And we head on over to the offensive side of GsPack. Let's see what they can do. PTSD, going to be your bomb carrier, and they're going to elect to go to the same site here, just kind of playing off of the same book of the side of Sacred Gaming. The spot out does happen onto Corpse, I do believe. Crash out, making a rotate already onto this play. One going to get taken care of. Can he get the second? He can, as a double kill reps this round as Zess able to get the third, and now only one player left up for the side of GsPack, and that's going to be another round going the way of Sacred Gaming. 2-0 up now.
Yeah, one thing I'll say on that one, GsPack, they were very slow to map control. They were all huddled together, all looking the same direction, and just allowed Sacred Gaming to do exactly what they wanted to. They got everyone where they needed to. You could tell they were just running through the strats that they've been practicing. It's another day at the office, and that's all that round was. Very simple for them. Seb, not a single kill. Everyone else sitting on 1 kill. We got Crash out on a 3-0 and a Corpse on a 3-1. Good stat line. Momentum not in GsPack's favor, and we've seen the momentum destroy them. However, we got a 4-4 meeting on A yet again. See what can get done. Stun gonna come through. Thorium and Seb's on a kill. Here we go. Starting it off hot. Bomb still in the hands of Corpse and a 2v4. But look at this. Gonna have to rotate out. But there's no bomb over there. They're gonna be able to rotate exactly where they need to. Gonna have to play some reads, seeing if they're gonna get chased. But I love GsPack staying true to holding it. They know bomb's not down. They're here to defend. They're not here to chase. Keeping it down. There we go. Corpse can't even get the trade. Gonna get some shots on Thorium, but they know where he is. 1v4. Corpse can be the guy to get it done. I can see him catching that kill. I don't see him catching the trade, though. Yep, too many bodies there. And they get answered back. We started this thinking we were just going to get a few snacks, but we are getting served up the whole gourmet experience. I'm loving this.
Yeah, we are. This is a great match, a great back and forth so far, and PTSD again collects onto another round. Remember, this man was not in that first S&D, so he's looking to try to bring this back for his team, winning the last 3 maps. We'll see if they can do so as we head on over to their offensive side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one that really could swing the map back in favor for them. They have opened up with the first round win, and now they're looking for the second on the offensive side here. Bomb's going to go out on over to the A side. Middle of the map play going to happen as Thorium hits that stun out. He's going to get collected. Actually, no, he's not, as the nade does not get hit onto him directly there. Middle of the map play does collect him, though, after that, as PTSD is just holding this long flank, being the anchor position for his team right now. He does spot out one. Stun check goes in as well. Middle of the map still being contested a little bit by one player from Sacred Gaming, but two are collected over to the airplane side, and I do believe that's going to be a trade out actually for Crash Out. And now a 2v3. Stand Up Rosa and PTSD left up into it by themselves, and they have to figure something out here. Stand Up Rosa gets a spot out of a shoulder and absolutely burns there, as a 2v2 scenario now gets erupted here. Stand Up Rosa has bomb on back. Can he get the plant? Not much time left to it. Corpse going to be able to hit this flank play. Can anything be found, though?
I'm liking this flank
slow?
play. Pushing up, catches the kill, catches the other one off the plant. Corpse with 2 cheap kills. Gotta love it if you're Corpse there. 5 with just a 1 streak so far, but gets the defuse. That's 3-1. That's half of the wins out of the way. Map 5, here we go. We got a game. COD timing on that one, unfortunately. They just weren't looking the right way. Thorium with a great play there on that kill. Was looking for that second one. Corpse, just honestly, COD timing on that. Good positioning, good wraparound as well. They were looking for him out front. They had pieces and remnants of information that they were in that direction, but that's exactly what they needed to toy with him. So good play on him.
Definitely so. As we head into the next round, we head over to Sacred Gaming's offensive side. They've built up this lead. Now they can kind of just play what they want to do on their offensive sides here. As nades and stuns do go out for both sides. Smoke going to be put down as well. PTSD just playing the top here, as the plant is going to go down. First kill going to be traded back and forth. As a bomb does go down, now in a 2v3 scenario retake here for Corpse and Co. But he's only going to be able to get one. And now PTSD and Stand Up Rosa versus Alyosha, and Stand Up Rosa able to collect quick there, as another round goes for GsPack. They are not going out without a fight here.
I feel like Alyosha's strength is also their weakness. They just go for everything. If they see a pixel of a body, 100% effort towards them to kill them and finish it.
They're flying at it.
When you're in S&D, especially in a 1v2 situation there, with bomb down, you play to the strength of that bomb and them needing to defuse it. You know where one player has to be at some point in the game. So you just gotta keep a check on it, make that one player seem like 2, because that bomb's kind of a player as well, because they need to be in that vicinity. And I just see him going guns ho again, and that's not where you want to be. You got to play a little smarter on S&D.
Yeah, and we'll see how they do it this round. Thorium, though, able to collect the first kill. Shots going down. PTSD just checking the wall bang angles. He does spot out one. Now giving information over to his team. Thorium pushed on up into this lower position, looking to try to make a play here for his side. Now he's pushed up all the way on into sight.
Yeah, thinking bomb is going to go down here. We've seen almost entirety of A getting pushed through. It's a 4v2, looking to tie this one up, 3 up both sides. Corpse, the last one alive again in a 1v4. It's the second time he's put in the situation. And his exact same flank route, and they're ready for it. All 4 players up. And we might just keep seeing A here, because it's worked for both teams now, going 3 up both ways. We might see a round 11 map 5 here, which, again, if you told us how it's going to happen when it started, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I would have said the same thing. Don't worry, guys. We are in it deep, 6 rounds now. We'll see how this 7th round plays out for our 2 teams. It is going to be the offensive side here for Sacred Gaming. They have gone a little stagnant so far on this offensive side. Only 1 round win for that side. 2 of them coming from the defensive side. So we'll see if they can make a play happen, or maybe try to hit out this B play Maybe throw a wrench into something. As the middle of the map plays are happening for both. Just spot outs and nades and stun checks going in. We'll see this rotation go on in for Sacred Gaming. Just the spot out. Slow plays for now. Not really playing to the pressure style that they've played to so far. And the spot out should happen now, and it does. So the information now gets relayed over, but there is a player close that you have to take care of. Sniper getting the first blood here for the side of Sacred Gaming. And now they're going to get the plant in here quick.
The kills coming through here. The sniper kill's very important, but they're answering it right back with 2 kills of their own. 3v2, looking for another crash out, is going to get away from that as bomb is in no one's hands, sitting on the ground. Timer's ticking, blood's pumping. Rosa looking for where this bomb could be going, but now we got a 2-2 up. Rosa on the 5 streak after that kill. Seb's on a 2 streak of their own. Crash out last alive with the sniper. Bomb is in their hands. Gonna go for that rare B plant. It's not sniffed out yet. They're just like, how do you not go the other direction at this point? But here they come. I don't think he has an AR in his pocket. Just gonna be rocking that sniper. Gonna get that first kill. Gonna be interesting to find the trade though. See what they could get done. It's all COD timing at this point. I love the rotation from him though.
Yeah, it's crazy COD timing. First spot out does not happen. No information getting relayed over. And this is going to be a ninja defuse right under his nose. And that's going to be the round here for GsPack as they just stick the defuse. He spots the bomb, but it was not planted for him. Unfortunate. There.
Agreed. I guarantee the call came out that he's the sniper. And you just have to play, 50-50 whether he picked up another gun. But regardless, you got 2 guys. He has 1. It's like if he dies off defusing, you got a free kill because he's not looking for the other guy. He's looking to stop him from defusing. So I love the play. Oh, my God. Huge miss there from, I think that was Crash Out on the snipe. You can't miss those pixels. You got to hit them if you're the sniper. And you see, he re-peeks the window, too. He knows he's not going to get hit. But he gets shot through the wall by 2 players there. That's going to be an untradeable kill. Bomb in no one's hands. Now as Rosa was the carrier. They're going to have to rotate around to pick that one up. B is completely defended up. And A is a little bit free here, but still no one picking up the bomb. It seems like they're playing this round and the last one like it's round 11, which I do respect and appreciate. So we are on map 5 here. It's do or die. Thorium's going to be pushing up here. Not much information given. He's up, but does not miss a single bullet. That's what you want to see now. 3v2, though. His teammate, oh, there goes that snipe. He's not missing that headshot. 1v3 as they're going to answer this one. 4 up both ways. There it is.
Yeah. Just 8 rounds deep. Nobody really having an edge here. We just have 2 teams that are acting like heavyweight boxers in the ring, throwing haymakers at each other right now. And we'll see who can take the edge on our last, what potentially could be our last 4 rounds here. How we liking it so far, Chef, though?
I was just going to say, I'm looking at the stat line, and Zess and Alyosha are a little weak. And I think that's the strength GsPack is preying on. Like everyone kind of even. I know Seb's a little low there, but still pretty even on their side. But they have the sniper, and maybe the sniper is their issue. Like, yeah, he's getting kills, but are they the important kills? Is he doing his job locking it down? Because GsPack is still re-peaking on these sniper lanes. And you see there, the sniper kind of going on 2 different spots. You kind of got to lock them into one area and make sure no one crosses, because you get a quarter of a second that someone's going to be sliding or super jumping past you. You have to have that sniper looking down. They need to see that it's not an okay spot to go. Thorium, first blood over and over and over. Alyosha just way too overexcited to find these kills. You see Crash Out again, PTSD, peeking and peeking and peeking. Crash Out just needs to learn to hard scope a little better. Is pretty much all I can say.
Definitely so, as we, go into the later half of this round, and Crash Out able to collect onto the kill. 2v2 scenario now. Bomb still not down, though, as S has it on the back.
And we see 8 there. Seb is right on the spot. Smoke goes down. That's going to make PTSD make a move. Makes him make a move out the smoke. Come on. Oh, doesn't connect the kill. I was going to say, how did he get that after he died? But his teammate ended up getting it. He knows he has the sniper shots come through. He's going to push up. Just gets around the box. 30 seconds left. Ooh, that's a tough reload. He's looking in the right direction, though. Ooh, he's not going to win this. There's no way, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He just
I
heard
would've
him
liked
after
to
it
see him-
went away.
I would have liked to see him hard scope up after that, but PTSD, good read. Again, you have to just play the 50-50. Did he pick up another gun or not? A lot of the times, it's looking like the sniper's not. Like, as the sniper, it's kind of your job to pick up another gun as you're moving around. You got to keep that in the back of your head. So you're always in the fight, and you become an insane dominant force with a sniper and something else automatic. You know, he could have put him in a 50-50 gunfight there, but laying down with the pistol, you ain't going to get it.
To try to win that round if you decide of Sacred Gaming, it just doesn't go your way at the end of it. But we head what potentially could be our last round here as GsPack looking to make the reverse sweep happen. Stand Up Rosa still going to be your bomb carrier. They're kind of looking towards a lean towards this B site, but they are going to meet 3 off the other side of Sacred Gaming. The read has came in that there's not much pressure here over at A, and we'll see what the play happens as it does start to get stagnated out a little bit here.
That was a good read, you know, B defense off that B attack. They don't have much going on at A, though, and they're just able to walk right in there. Corpse, kind of okay, there we go. It's like kind of the only guy over there. Good peek there, you know, hard aiming exactly where you needed to. Call came in. Bomb is not down. That's 2 bodies down now in a 3v2. Thorium is up with Rosa. Bomb still in hand. Trying to see if they can go for the plant. Snuck that one in there. Out in the back. Corpse. Beautiful spot. Ooh, Thorium. There we go. Gonna get the kill. They know the area that they're in. The Thorium has to go for this bomb right out in the open. Missed it a little bit here. Did he see Corpse? I don't think so. Oh, wow. Gets off the bomb. That's a big mistake, but I think Corpse is just waiting for the bomb to go off before he does anything. Play your life. That's an S&D smart play. Something I haven't been seeing Alyosha do, so you just got to slow down. Don't risk it. It always comes down to people standing on the wood here every single time, and I hate that.
Oh my God. To lose the map too? We're challenging like that? What? Oh my God.
I did not like how that went in at all. Oh my God. It was like a casino slot machine pull.
Literally. You did not know who was going to win that fight.
You know, they
if
had
you
an
told me
update.
it was
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you told me he was going to win that gunfight at the end of it, I would say you're a liar. I couldn't tell you who was going to win that one. But
yeah.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, reverse sweep, upset potential here for the side of GsPack, going huge for their side, wrapping it up on the S&D, bringing in a sub, 2 subs, and then taking out a sub, just having a weird match tonight, but they're able to take the dub. And like we said before, if you would have told us that was going to be a dub at the end of it, for that side, I would have told you you're a liar. But they pull it out.
I mean, they got 6-0'd. Like, not a single second of hope the entire round of Raid S&D. And it comes down to a slot machine pull gamble on the 10th round for the win. Absolute insanity. You know, Thorium, I don't know if it's MVP is the title, but, you know, best comeback, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
100% gets best comeback. Most valuable comeback. MVC.
Best bounce back for sure.
Yes, going to Thorium. Really needs to savor the success tonight. Got a taste of the triumph. And really pulled together the recipe for victory tonight. Really served it up fresh towards the end there. You know, great job from Thorium. And honestly, the whole team, PTSD, not too hot of a first game in for them when they got subbed in, but, you know, maybe came in cold a little bit, but warmed up. Stand Up Rosa had some pretty hot plays, and Seb's, honestly, in a good way, just an average player throughout that. Nothing too bad, nothing too great, just kind of doing their job, you know, letting the other teammates really stand out. So Good on them through that. That first map, Thorium was 12 and 25, really bad. The whole team went 250, 91. Alyosha was kind of leaning towards MVP, but just got really hot-headed, honestly, through the last maps. And I feel like they were kind of just felt like they didn't need to try as hard, maybe, or they felt like, all right, you come off a 6-0, like you're probably not trying as hard anymore. You're gonna get the win.
Yeah.
But that overload round, really, that 2-3, so close, and they still edge out with the win. The hard point
Yeah.
from Scar going in their favor, and then the 6-4 win at the end. Like, GsPack, great comeback.
Definitely so. A huge comeback for GsPack. And if you're the other side of Sacred Gaming, this is an unfortunate loss where, you have two huge wins. We think you're going to win, map 3 in a dominant fashion. And unfortunately, it's just a little bit of a stagnant play that comes out. And then it just continues. That stagnant play continues on map number 4 and map number 5 in both Scar, Hardpoint, and S&D. Just one of those things that you got to work through. It's sometimes a very hard realistic opportunity to think, oh, we go up 2 and then we have to try to fight for a map 5, and it is unrealistic at some sense, but teams are always going to be able to lock in. You have to understand that, and that's exactly what GsPack did tonight. There's nothing more to say, much more than that. They had a lot of hurdles to overcome tonight in their lineup, in a lot of things. So they did all of that to secure the dub for their side, and potentially not really sure what it looks like for them, but they definitely move themselves up. Maybe not the last place team in the pool as well. So definitely securing maybe a berth into the playoffs. We'll see when we head into it. But that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you as always. Big shout out to our production guy in the back end, Dre. Thank you as always for doing this. And a big shout out goes to the EWG League as well. The COD players and casters like myself and Chef could not be doing this if we did not have the opportunities that the league does provide us. So we do appreciate you guys as always. And with that, Chef, anything you want to say before we head out?
Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to our sponsors as well. GsPackB is one of them, and they definitely earned the win tonight. They took the criticism in game. They bounced back in the best way possible, really ripened in the resilience through all of the maps, taking the defeats, taking the losses, taking a substitute of a player live in game, coming out, you're 75th out of 78, ranking. You have one map win, and then tonight you do that. Can't undermine just how insane of a game that is. They're a force to be reckoned with, and that league, or the pool of the teams that they have in, I believe it's a GSP B pool. I think with that win, as long as they keep it going and Syndicate 13 loses a match, they're gonna be in the playoffs. So, a huge shout out to them and everyone else, everyone for watching, all the players. Everyone's been fantastic. And another shout out, we went map 5, almost all the way to 11. The 10th round in S&D, and this game only took about an hour to play. So thank you to the players and production for how quick that went by. Like, this could have been drawn out a lot longer. So everything about tonight was amazing. You were amazing, Nick. It was great to cast with you. I've been the Gaming Chef. Thank you all for watching, and you all have a great night.
But nothing gets taken care of. His teammate does take care of one,